all manipulated, we were all brainwashed, and now look at us. We are all suffering because of it, and I feel guilty 100%.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on in the entire country?
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across this discourse on my For You, and I thought to share. Well, let you know, Mexican Hispanic people are having a discourse about their present predicament. Lovelies, I was also able to put up some stage from a particular Mexican guy talking about why is it that black people actually feel that Mexican people will come running for them for help when they cannot even help themselves. Lovelies, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as the other regrets. Like, it's actually a lot of stitches right about now. I'm just going to roll it. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this discourse, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative
Black
purposes.
people, what makes you think that Mexicans are gonna come running to y'all for help? What for? Y'all black people can't even help yourselves.
And he said that with his whole chest. Before I even get into this video, let me just say this. Me as a black man, I'm going to always stand by what is true, what is right. My friends and good friends and best friends that also happen to be Hispanic, I will be united with them doing this mess. And there's a difference between saying they're my friends who just so happen to be Hispanic instead of saying my Hispanic friends. And a lot of you need to know the difference. However, I will not be over here criticizing those who are black who just feel like, you know what, I'm going to sit this one out and I'm tired of supporting people who don't support me. Now, as for you, sir, you just sit up here and say you have Honduran people, Guatemala people, you have all the Latin community together supporting Mexicans when they're the ones who voted for the orange man who is getting y'all out of here. I saw a video of you 2 years ago where you were criticizing black people for not being united. Well, look how that turned out, because you're not united. And again, I don't understand, why is this energy directed at all the black people? Where is this energy for the people that you guys just love to just keep trying to have some proximity to? The same people that you build houses for, the same people that you clean their rooms, the same people that you take care of their families, the same people that you pick their fruits for, are the same people saying that we don't want you here in the land that they stole from you. Despite the history that they try to teach you now, you are the descendants of indigenous people and the descendants of Africans. But you were colonized, so therefore, I guess you would want to keep your proximity to the whiteness. And this idea that black people are not united. Sir, you're reaping the benefits of once a united nation of Negroes who got civil rights. Therefore, that's the reason you even have rights in this country right now. And the one thing that you black people were very united on was that we knew that this man who's currently serving in office right now would not be our friend. Because let's face it, about 50 to 60% of the Latin community voted for this man. And therefore, he's the one who's implementing these laws. He's the one who's trying to get y'all out of here. And therefore, you need to be mad at him and the people who voted for him and stop blaming black people for every damn thing. And when I speak like this, I'm not speaking on an individual level. I'm speaking on an overall. Because if the message wasn't clear, let's make sure it's clear enough. Black people are just sick and tired of always coming to the defense of everyone. And then when we get shit running and when we get shit happening, everyone is reaping those benefits except us. And then you all is leaving us in the dust and saying shit like this.
You think Kamala would have done a good job? Why? Because she wouldn't deport people? And that's the only thing you stand on in the entire country, the way this country's going? Deportations are the only thing you should judge a president on? You're crazy. You're so small-minded. We have foreign policy.
The Mexican Americans, they might make it a priority.
Yes.
Right?
But if that's the hill you're going to die on, you should step the fuck away from politics.
Because
we have foreign policy. We have trades. We have people charging us tariffs that we're not paying tariffs. You know what the tariff was from China, Japan, here to us so they can import their goods to us? 15%. Did you know if you try to import one on American corn to China, it's 110, 150%? Before the tariff war, they were taking advantage of us. And dog, I can go all day. People grab a president and hang them on one theme. Dog, there's the economy, there's a stock market, there's foreign policy, there's wars, there's so many things. Homeland security. There's so many things that you have to judge a president on. So if you think, oh, like when people in the comments, that's what you voted for. Okay, motherfucker, you think Kamala would have been a better choice?
What's up, all you tortas and pendejos? As a Latino who was born and raised here in West Texas, voted for President Trump all 3 times, I'm getting exactly what the fuck I voted for. And I don't give a damn who likes it or not. And I see you babosos out here trying to dox me. Internet, do your thing. Let's find this puto. Let's ruin his life. Let's see who he works for. Let's find out who his family is. Listen, that's some fucking 2017 and 2021 bullshit. I've already been doxxed well over 50 fucking times. Feds been to my house and shit because of you hateful pendejos. And in regards to who I work for, I'm medically retired from the military and I work for me. And my family, my abuelito, on his side, they got here in the early 1600s. On my abuelita's side, we're indigenous to these lands. We never, for the record, crossed any fucking borders, babosos. Borders crossed us. And I know I'm making my ancestors proud. You wanna know why? Because I'm not folding and bending over like a fucking coward like a bunch of you weak beta bitches are. You see, I remember what my abuelita would always tell me, mijo, you die on your feet instead of living on your fucking knees. And just for the fucking record, just because we share the same color of skin does not make us fucking kin, pendejos. I have no ties nor any allegiances to any other fucking country except the USA. I don't give a fuck about any of these other countries. And I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. Y'all miss me with all that stupid bullshit. Trump don't like you. Bitch, you don't like me. Trump's gonna deport me. Bitch, you want me deported. White people aren't gonna accept you, fool. Bitch, y'all don't accept me. Y'all sound stupid as fuck and weak as shit. Especially all of you coming to this country, trying to tell us how we need to run our fucking country when you left your country and didn't stay and fight to make it the America you want your country to be. Get the fuck out of here. I will always be America first and America only until I bleed out or fucking breathe out. I said what the fuck I said.
Somebody left this in my tags and said, I want you to debate this guy. Yamindu, he's a Mexican, self-hating Mexican who likes Trump, who is now being chased by ICE and the people that he voted for, and is very proud of it. That's not a debate. I don't debate people who have less education than me and know less than me. That is not debating. That is called teaching. And they don't pay me enough to teach that dude how to not self-hate. How am I going to teach that dude that he is hating himself and he is betraying his own people, the people of Mexico? How am I going to teach him that? No. That is self-reflection. That is introspection. He needs to find out for himself that he is betraying his own people. There's no debating and there's no teaching that. And that's like alcoholism. You can never teach an alcoholic to quit drinking. They have to have what they call a moment of clarity. And that's what he needs. He needs to sit down and reflect. But that's not a debate. I don't debate people who know less than me. That man has no degree. He hasn't been to college. He hasn't has the education and the experience that I had in 22 years of law. Why would I debate him? There's nothing to debate. He's a self-hating nopal and a Mexican who doesn't like his own people. He needs to figure that shit in his own time. But get it straight. If you're teaching this, not a debate. Que tengan buen día. I don't think there should be any Latinos or Hispanics voting for Donald Trump and supporting the Republican Party. Not a single one, not one. Why would we support a party that doesn't want us here? Why? Why do I want to share spaces with people who think that we should all go back to where we came from? Even the ones that are born here. Look at what's happening to Benito. He's as American as apple pie. He's like me. We're Puerto Rican. We're American citizens, born and raised. And they don't want us at the Super Bowl. Why? Because they're racist. And the rant is coming from a group of people that see you not even as an equal. You think this is about politics? This is like simple math. This is about us valuing ourselves enough to not vote and support people who don't want us to share the same spaces that they do. Why the fuck is this so controversial? This is crazy to me that you people think that we should support a group of people that fucking are racist to our faces. They don't even hide it. And you're like, it's just a political belief. I'm like, no, it's not. Why do I want to share spaces with white supremacists? This is wild to me. That you people think that I should belong in the same Venn diagram as the KKK. Why would I want to vote the same? Do you think the Klan is voting Democrat? No, because they know that Democrats employ people of color. They want to share spaces with them. They want to work with them at a government level. And the Republican Party does not. That's why white supremacists vote Republican. They never fucking vote Democrat. So why? What is this that you think that we should share spaces with these people? You are all like catastrophically brainwashed with religion and a bunch of other bullshit that you buy into this. It's wild to me. You think I'm one day.
Thought I would see a Latino. I honestly never thought I would see a Latino with a "We the People" tattoo on their back. Pero vendrán cosas peores, dice la Biblia. His name is Brian Gavidia, and he got detained by ICE. And you guessed it, he voted for Trump. The guy who ran on a platform of mass deportation and building walls. And now Brian is surprised that he's getting profiled.
I was a target because of my race. I believe I was racially profiled. I believe I was attacked because I was walking while brown.
He said that he believed all the lies about how the immigration crackdowns was only for the worst of the worst. I mean, was it just me, or was it obvious from day one that the plan wasn't just criminals? El Trompo was calling people rapists and drug dealers on day one. How did you miss that memo? He really thought it wouldn't affect U.S. citizens or day laborers or farmers, especially not him. And then what happens? ICE rolls up on him in Los Angeles, twists his arm, takes his ID, throws him against the wall.
I'm American, bro. I'm American, bro.
The only reason they let him go is because someone started filming. He says he believed that when Trump was out here saying that other countries were sending their felons from their prisons.
Yeah, he said criminals. He said, yeah, a bunch of countries opened their jails and released them. Yeah, when you lie to us like that, when you say other countries are releasing their jails and letting them into the population, of course you're going to scare the people.
Like, the governments were actually giving money in hand to other felons, like, here, have a good trip. No seas mamón, come on now. Now, after all of that, this dude is walking around with a mini constitution in his pocket, like he just discovered it. Dude, you have a "We the People" tattoo on your back. Like, is that the only part you read?
He now carries a mini constitution in his pocket.
He finally has the whole thing in his hands. He should just tattoo the whole constitution on his back in case he forgets the mini one at home. He said he feels guilty, and he should, because you bought into a narrative that hurts not only you but your entire community, and now you're out here fighting for the same rights you were willing to let others lose.
We were all manipulated, we were all brainwashed, and now look at us. We are all suffering because of it, and I feel guilty 100%.
I honestly...
So I just asked a Latino at my job, why you vote for Trump? This is what he told me out of his mouth. This is what he told me. He say he voted for Trump because he know Trump hate them. This is what he said. He know Trump hate them. So they vote for Trump to make the Republicans feel like they with them so they could stop attacking them. This is what he told me. They only voted for Trump because Trump and them hate them so much. They wanted to show them they on the side of Republicans so they could leave them alone. I say, so you went and voted for Trump because you was scared you might get deported? And he said, yeah. Which I couldn't even say nothing but I guess that's right, you know what I'm saying, you know, but it's not about the...
Now Latinos for Trump co-founder Ileana Garcia coming out and calling Trump's immigration policies inhumane. Basically saying that that's not what she was voted for. That to me is funny and also confusing because Donald Trump was clear his entire campaign. He villainized illegal immigrants and basically said he was going to mass deport them. I find it hard to believe that she ever thought that that was going to be a humane process. That was always going to be them racially profiling people. That was going to be them rounding them up like cattle, locking them up in cages and giving them no due process and shipping them off to countries that they are not even from. That was always going to be how it went down. And she's like, oh, people are going to appointments and they're doing it the right way and they're getting deported. Yes, that is what is happening. Is that sad? 1,000%. But I see right through her bullshit. She's a senator in Florida, and now her constituents are up in arms and pissed, and her communities are affected. A little too close to home, right? You're afraid you're gonna lose your job. Stop all this performative bullshit. You don't care about those people. You don't. It's exactly what she voted for.
Yeah, the fact that so many Latino Americans voted for Trump really shouldn't surprise anyone, despite the fact that he gained most of his initial political traction off the strength of anti-Latino immigrant sentiment. The reason it shouldn't surprise anyone is because of paintings like this. This is called the Hedin Sonjicam. I said that like it's French, but it's not. It's Portuguese. It's Brazilian Portuguese, and the process being depicted here is known as blanqueamento in Brazil. Basically, these two have a child together, and their child is ostensibly white, even though the child's grandmother is a dark-skinned black woman, and the dark-skinned black woman is praising God because her bloodline has been redeemed. Yes, this has to do with the Latino vote in 2024. So Hedin Sonjicam means the redemption of Ham. And as some of you may know, the story of Ham was used to help justify the enslavement of African people for a long, long time. Blanqueamiento is also a concept in Spanish-speaking Latin America and often gets tied up with phrases like mejorar la raza, which means to literally improve the race. So what does this have to do with Trump winning? Well, in America, the enslaved African population was smaller than the white population. The indigenous population was continually being expelled or G-worded. And although SA and SV resulted in a lot of mixing to the point where most African Americans are almost 25% white, in Latin America, projects of domination looked a little different. Intermixing had a different connotation, and people were often encouraged to marry someone with the goal of having a child that was lighter than them. Obviously, colorism is not a uniquely Latin American thing, but it's what's being overtly stated. Even in the context of a country like Mexico, where the black population is relatively smaller compared to somewhere like the Dominican Republic, I think there's a really different perspective about how people relate to Europeanness. All the tensions that existed between America and Britain, the bloodlines were pretty direct in a lot of cases. Even to this day, white Americans are pretty white. It's estimated to this day that 70% of white Americans have no African ancestry, and around 1% have Native American ancestry. Not the same for DR, not the same for Mexico, not the same for El Salvador, not the same for any Latin American country you can think of, really. I think even in cases where people are repping their country hard as hell, there is this implicit aspiration to be closer to the colonial center genetically, that is to say, closer to whiteness. A lot of factors can motivate someone at the same time, but the ghosts of a lot of these ideologies are still haunting us to this day. Like, for instance, if I told you that the issue with climate change really comes down to a misinterpretation of Christianity, you might feel like that's a stretch. But when you really break it down, you realize like, oh shoot, it's not about the thing. It's the thing about the thing about the thing about the thing.
Like, seriously, lovelies, when I saw these stitches, I decided that I was just going to pile it up together because this is a very serious discussion. I stitched a video yesterday about a Mexican woman coming out and calling upon black people. She even goes as far as to blame black people for introducing FAFO, making other people to join the FAFO movement. Like, you know how, black people talks about you F around and you find out. So it's not actually sitting well with a Mexican woman that I stitched her video yesterday. So when I stitched that video, she blaming black women of the eyes of black people for the eyes rates actually shocked me. And I keep asking myself, is it that the people that are all around looking for people to detain black people? If she has such energy, why won't she just focus that energy towards eyes people? But then again, I decided to also make some findings, and that was why I have to put up these stitches to make sure that she know that she is not even supposed to be blaming black people. She want to blame anybody, she should start from her own community to blame anyone. Okay, look at these stitches I put up here about this podcaster talking about how you shouldn't select a president based on deportation. So why are they channeling the energy, making it look like it was actually black people that is getting this undocumented immigrant deported? Meanwhile, in their own community, there are so many people who can actually sell out their own, like, or I call it them sell out. people who actually think that maybe because they have voted the way at which they voted, they're going to be accepted. And the other stage I put up here, where a black brother was talking about his encounter with a Mexican or a Hispanic man, talking about how they actually voted the way at which they voted because they knew that these people disliked them, but they actually thought them coming massively to vote aggressively for them, right? For the them, it's going to make them love them. And this still boils down to the same stitch I put up here yesterday about a brother that is all out talking about how he's not gonna cry for his mother or his father or brother when they or son when they pass, but he was all out crying for Charlie Crick, right? Now, with all of these stitches I put up here, it all boils down to one thing. So far, you are a minority. So far, you're a black person. So far, you're any kind of POC, right? You can never be accepted. I don't know why people are choosing not to understand this plight. Like, you can never, they can never accept you in their own community. Like, have you ever seen extremely, no matter how you want to paint it, even if you like sell your birthright, even if you like call all of your village people to come vote for these people massively, they will just use you. They will use you as much as they can get, and when they are done, they dump you. But there are so many people who still believe in, oh, let me just keep trying my best, let me just keep doing it, and at the end of the day, if you can't get what you have been what you have been filling your life for years for, you start crying out, you start crying that you are not invited, just like the brother I stitched his video yesterday that was crying that he wasn't invited in Charlie's memorial, even though he has cried, he has broke his promises, the promise he made to his father that when anything happens, he's not gonna cry. Even when his son passes, he's not gonna, cry. But when Craig passed, he was all over the social platform crying, like seriously. And now to these people he write about now, these Mexican people, and the other man talking about black people, what makes you think that will come running for you? No, why you lie? There are so many Hispanic Mexican people calling for black people to come help. It's just that I don't want to go back and forth with that. I don't want to just go start digging the past. But sometimes when people are making some commentaries, you have to really refer them to what happened, what has brought about the present situation. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So lovelies, if you've not subscribed, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. Leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that, like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.